Hello guys, this video was requested by a viewer and I'm just gonna share some tips on how I think you can make the most out of your resources. First, let's start with rhythm points. This is the easiest currency to get as you gain rhythm points by playing songs, completing missions, and other things. I wanna say that you can and should spend rhythm points more freely than other currencies, such as diamonds and Dalcom coins. But at the same time, you need to question yourself if it's worth it. I always follow this rule. I don't want to call it a rule because it's not one, but you guys get me. And it's the following. If there's a normal theme update, I don't try to complete it in that week-long time frame that we're given. For example, we recently had a twice normal theme added to the game, and contrary to what the word normal might make you believe, normal themes for twice, or any artist for that matter, are not common. We get more limited themes than we do normal ones. The thing with this update though, is that it had some pretty cute backgrounds as a reward. As some of you guys may know, you can't buy backgrounds after the event is done, except for the regular ones that are always available in the store. This fact alone motivated a lot of players to go for the theme during the event. This is what I call a bait event. The people over at Dalcom know damn well what they're doing. An event that makes you spend a lot of your resources just before a big event like the anniversary?
That's bait.
A Reddit user even made a post asking if it was worth the money they spent on it. Most people said, no, it wasn't. I'm not here to say whether OP was right or not. To each their own. I too have spent a lot of money on other games. So yeah, the backgrounds are pretty, but how often do you stare at the background in your game? How much time do you spend in the lobby? And I've said it in other videos, but I really feel like I have to say it again. If you want to spend all your resources on backgrounds and you don't care about the anniversary, that's completely fine. You play this game however you want to. I play this competitively. I want to complete as many twice themes as possible. I want to have all artists and groups at R99. I want to place first in my league every week and whatnot. And most of the time, my guides are made for people that want to play the same way as I do. So if you think I'm tryharding a mobile game, yes, I am, but you don't have to if you don't want to. When events like this happen, it's when you choose your priorities. I personally don't care about the backgrounds, but I know that there are collectors in this game that want to have everything there is to collect about their favorite artists. But knowing this is a normal theme, I know I can complete it later. It's literally gonna complete itself as I buy cards. Or anytime there's a box event that gives me free random cards, like there's a chance to get them there too, or at the end of the month when I get an S card selector, or by getting world records and getting A, S, and R tickets. This way, I can save my rhythm points and diamonds and use them for upgrading cards to R99, to complete limited themes, and to buy more inventory whenever they add more slots. But like I said in the beginning of the video, you should spend more rhythm points than, let's say, diamonds. For example, whenever I get power-up cards in my store, I only buy them if they can be bought with rhythm points. I do the same when a group or artist gets a limited theme that can be bought with rhythm points. This is because I make around 800 diamonds per month. And I'm not gonna buy a pack that's worth 300 diamonds just to get a random limited card. Especially knowing that I can spend around 1 million rhythm points, which I can get back in less than a week. I know people in lower leagues might struggle to get rhythm points, but it gets easier as you rank up. If you want tips on how to rank up faster, I made a video about it. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. Regarding other currencies such as Dalcom coins or arena coins, it's more of the same. Both are hard to get. You can get up to 90 Dalcom coins a day. That is, if you play the songs in hard mode and get super perfect in all the star notes. That's around 600 coins a week, plus the coins that you get depending on where you place in the SuperStar League, which goes all the way from 100 to 5,000. And let me tell you, it is hard to get in the top 10. I've been in the top 100 countless times, but in the top 10? Just once. It's difficult. You have to FSB a lot of songs and re-roll whenever you get a hard song, a group that you haven't R99 yet, or a group with a small amount of cards. And re-rolling can only be done by spending diamonds. So if you didn't have most of your groups at R99, or if you can't play in hard mode or FSB, then it's not worth spending your diamonds on that. You may be wondering, what do I even do with Dalcom coins anyways? Is it worth it to play 3 times a day and spend 9 headphones while doing so? In my opinion, yes, it is worth it. You can get headphones for free by just waiting for them to replenish, or by watching ads, though that is very time consuming. But yeah, during the early game, aka when you're in the lower leagues and haven't completed many themes yet, you can use those Dalcom coins to buy card selectors. A few years ago, it was cheaper to buy 2 A cards with Dalcom coins than it was to buy 1 S card. Nowadays that's changed, and it's now cheaper to buy an S card than it is to buy 2 A's. You can use this to upgrade cards. I completed most of my soloists' main themes by doing this. This is because it's harder to obtain soloist cards based on probability. I say that I used it on soloists, but you can use it for bigger groups too. Let's say you want to complete a Stray Kids theme and you have 7 out of 8 cards leveled up to R, and you're missing just 1 card, that's let's say A grade, but you don't have another 8 grade card for that member. In that case, you can use your Dalcom coins to buy an A card selector and use those 2 cards to get an S card. Then, if you have more Dalcom coins, you can even buy an S card selector and upgrade it to R. Or you can wait till you get that free S card selector at the end of the month. Now, during the late game, aka once you're in the higher leagues and upgrading some groups to R99 here and there, you can use your Dalcom coins to buy power-up cards. Power-up cards are great. Unlike other cards, they don't cost you a thing when you use them to upgrade your cards. Just make sure to use them when your card is at R90 or something like that. Anything earlier than R90 is just not worth it. Last currency I want to talk about is arena coins. You can get them once you're in Master 3 and go over the score threshold. Once you do this, you can finally join the Masters Arena, the place where the top players meet. Actually, you can finally pay the entrance fee to get into the Masters Arena. This fee is worth 100 rhythm points and 70 diamonds each week. Definitely an investment. Once you pay the fee, you get 700 arena coins for free, along with 7 microphones, which are like headphones but can only be used in the Masters Arena. Along with the 7 microphones, you get 1 more for free each day, and once you run out of microphones, you can buy more. 1 mic is worth 5 diamonds, and 5 microphones will set you back 20 diamonds. Just like the SuperStar League, you get more arena coins depending on where you place. This ranges from 800 to 20,000 coins. Again, very few players get to the top 10. My advice is that you join once you have more than 5 artists at R99. In fact, I have 20 groups at R99 and I still don't join. The best thing about arena coins is that you can buy VIP limited packs, which are card packs with limited themes only. Currently, there are 2 packs available, the 5 card pack and the 1 card pack. And just from joining and playing songs, you're guaranteed to have enough to buy at least the 1 card pack. Again, it's up to you to decide whether that's worth 100k rhythm points and 70 diamonds a week. Another thing you can buy with arena coins are power-up cards, but I didn't even want to mention them because, like I said, you can buy them with Dalcom coins and it's easier to get that instead. So yeah, that's all. If you made it this far, comment the amount of rhythm points that you have right now, and maybe even check my other guides on how to play SuperStar rhythm games. That's it. Bye.